I think it was like midnight when I watched it. Because obviously I want to watch the VODs of...
Chicago,
excuse me. I want to watch the Chicago homies VODs, especially when they're at majors and out of state.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching that, and it's like, well, I don't know how far into the set. I feel like it was like pretty late. And I hear that, and my first thought is he's going to be pissed.
All right.
But going into the set,
This matchup seems just really wonky. I guess that just comes with Olimar as a whole.
that's just, honestly, that's ultimate.
Yeah.
There's not a single matchup in this game that I don't feel is weird in some way. Unless it's a Ditto. And even then...
And yeah. Oh my god. I love that by Cyber right there, but yeah, the back throw going to take it. That's something that's going to be killing absurdly. It's already a really strong throw. Olimar, super light. You know, I feel like that's how ATATA's going to find a lot of his kills, that back air, potentially.
Mm-hmm. Ness has some crazy kill power, all things considered. Like, there are things, like, a lot of his moves kill way earlier than I would expect them to.
Oh, you
How much did he get off that? 30?
probably something close to that. In Cyber, Olimar's another character with no hitbox in the recovery, which is going to be really hard to recover against Ness.
Yeah.
But at least a little bit more mobile than Greninja, which would help. But there's that back air I was talking about.
That was mid-stage at 100, and it almost killed. Granted with rage, but...
And that's actually one thing I wanted to talk about. How conservative ATATA is with back airs.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like every other Ness, that's
just
their
throw
combo starter, that's their combo ender, that's their kill move, that's their poke in neutral. But he uses it like maybe once, twice a stop.
Oh, yeah. One thing I am noticing with this matchup, you think like, oh, Ness struggles with disjoints. You'll see like Lucina's, any other sword do really well against the character. But Olimar, it feels like the Pikmin as disjoints don't do nearly as much for him. Maybe that's just...
Oh my
wow.
god.
Maybe that's just what we're seeing from this game in particular.
That killed so early.
But Ness's moves being able to just either intercept Olimar quick enough, or just stuff out whatever he's throwing out. As disjoints, like, because if you remember in Smash 4, you could hit Pikmin during any move and they die.
Yeah.
As disjoints, like, Olimar was still a decent character. I think it was like mid-tier or something.
Mid to high tier, yeah.
Yeah. And so, and like, it was literally just because you could like swap Pikmin away during like forward air or back air, and it kind of sucked. And in this game, you can't do that. But Ness's moves are able to just kind of stuff out Pikmin sometimes, especially with clanking.
I was gonna say, Pikmin are like the one disjoint where clanking is like the easiest thing to get.
Yeah.
But also, one thing I feel like we're not mentioning is Ness himself has disjoints. You know, and they're not
that is true.
They're not that much smaller. Arguably, maybe even bigger than Olimar's Pikmin.
He does not need it.
Hashtag alone, God. Lord help me.
Clanking is a rough topic for me. I don't want to talk about it.
Chord main.
Leave me alone. Everything I have clanked with everything. It's so sad.
But Cyber looking a lot better this game.
Yeah.
You know. There we go.
We saw the same thing with the set against Very, where he was just kind of struggling, especially getting 3-stock that first game, and he's just calming down way more. The other thing with Ness is that he has a lot of things in his arsenal that are able to just wall out Pikmin in general. Like you saw there, like a thrown purple clanked with what was that, Magnet?
Yeah. That's
and Magnet doesn't have invincibility on it, obviously.
Magnet's just another weird move, the way it interacts with everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think it even takes off latched Pikmin. I could be wrong. But I thought I saw that earlier, game 1.
Ooh, the hit pause. But
his use of up finishes has been so liberal between this set and Ice Knight set.
Yeah.
And it just works. It's so smart. And, like, he uses it essentially like a Mario up smash. You know, just let it rip.
Yeah. But like what I was saying, like between You saw Magnet, but there's that right there. PK
PK
Fire, obviously with the exception of Red Pikmin, because fire immunity. You can't throw them through it. They just fall and start taking damage.
But Cyber has been getting these edge guards recently.
Oh yeah.
The way he's just taking up space has been really smart. Like, but he's staying right outside of Tata's bear. Because Atata has to react aggressively, otherwise Cyber's just going to follow him down.
Yeah.
So Cyber's playing that really smart, but no Pikmin in hand. Gonna have the fastest recovery, but finding his way back to stage, luckily.
But I did notice also with stuffing Pikmin out, if I saw Purple get stuffed out by the tail of PK Thunder.
God.
That's another thing that can just like, oh, well, I guess I can't get through that. And it didn't do it for Purple because it just like bounced off. But for other Pikmin, it might even just kill them. Good
Beautiful
spike.
stare. There you go, Cyber. 2-stop back. Not looking to for that game 1, you know?
Like we were saying with the Virisa, he just gets into a good mindset, finds the pace that he wants to play at. And he's able to just sometimes run away with the games that he plays. Has Cyber won anything recently?
No.
No. I'd like to see it.
But I was like Very, he's just been really consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
And really,
absolutely.
I know last season he won some regional. I forgot what the name of it was, but I know he won some regional.
Yeah. He's been close.
Yeah.
At Ignition and Tripoint all the time, and just falling barely short. But he's a player that absolutely, I think he can pull it off.
No, for sure.
And I want to see him pull it off because I haven't. I was confused with the music for a sec. I haven't talked to him personally, but I've heard that he's a very easy to talk to, very nice person.
My God. One of my favorite people in the community as a whole. It is so easy just to walk up to him and have a conversation, whether it's just about like life, the game, or like literally just a bottle of water. Like, he's a funny guy, he's a nice guy, and if you talk to him about the game, like seeing his knowledge firsthand is just like it's inspiring, you know, and like he is one of those players that has put in the work, you know.
He's very passionate.
Yeah, very passionate about his character, very passionate about the game itself. He's always looking for answers. I remember the first time I hung out with him, he was playing Viri. And this is at the point where me and my friend group, you know, for a while, we're kind of complaining about Rob.
Yeah.
Within the first 2 matches, I think 60 questions were asked about Rob and situations involving the matchup. This man is dedicated to the craft.
Oh, yeah.
And that's showing off right here, 82% on ATATA.
But that's one of the things I feel like Chicago has. We are like hell talking up Chicago right now, but we live here, so it kind of makes sense.
As we should be.
Exactly.
Oh, that back gonna find a home.
But Chicago, a lot of because you'll see like especially like I complain about it sometimes. Twitter in general complains about it, where especially like PR players, they're not the most conversable people. Now,
I feel like slowly that's been changing for sure.
Oh, yes. Like, there's definitely been change over time. But there's still those people where it's like, like they're not the nicest people, and they have that ego of being really good at pressing buttons.
But Cyber and ATATA definitely not either of those.
Yeah, Cyber is not either of those. And we have also people like Icon, who's the same way.
Oh, beautiful whistle!
Good armor!
Amazing reversal by Cyber right there. But here we go, 115 on him. He's got to be really careful here. Back throw's a for sure kill. So is up bear, and up air. Get rid of those Pikmin. Oh, beautiful. Got to be careful. That Nair's going to kill eventually. In a spot like this, it definitely will.
Ooh,
that's what I'm talking about. That literally no hesitation on that up smash.
And you can see, like, this is like just an Olimar issue in general. You can see Cyber is struggling at ledge. Because, like, you literally either, like, put out a move or hold shield against Olimar at ledge, and he can't do anything about it. He does not fall fast enough for any of his aerials to be safe enough. So you just hold shield and just, like, read his options. Now, granted, obviously that's easier said than done. You could guess wrong entirely. But
oh my, he had that parry, but huge damage coming out from ATATA.
All up spot dodge. This is one of the only times I feel like Olimar can be comfortable at ledge, though, is with double purple. Because you saw him throw one and then throw out an aerial with the other.
I was saying, Olimar almost becomes a different character depending on his lineup.
Yeah. Alright.
Weaving
Good
around.
patience. Blue back air, gonna take it.
Alright, 105. Olimar's gonna like check on damage really quick, but if he's off stage, he can't quite do that. Gonna find the other ledge. There we are. Oh my god, that was so smart. Back air. Another one? No.
You never ever count anybody out.
But being above Ness is not where you want to be.
Exactly.
Find his way back down.
Obviously, he's in a rough spot. But we've seen Olimar players pull off crazy stuff before. We've obviously got the Myron zone. We've got
double purple in the red.
Throws one away. But we've obviously got whenever DeBuzz decides he wants to play Olimar for good call out. Whenever DeBuzz decides he wants to play Olimar, or sorry, Alf.
The better of the two.
No.
I'm an Alf lover. Anyways,
I agree with Trade War. That's like one of the weirdest but kind of inspiring stories in Ultimate so far. Where like DeBuzz, like he obviously wants to play Olimar more, like because that's just who he plays. He played him in Brawl. He played him kinda in Smash 4.
Yeah.
But he won't let himself play an Olimar skin until he wins a major. And I think that's what it was. If I remember correctly. And I think if that's true, that's weird, but also kind of inspiring.
No, I get it though. I get like stupid bets and stuff like that. But an unfortunate SD coming out from Cyber early on. This is not how you want to start your game 4 when you're down 1-2. And here we go. ATATA, big opening here. 48%. Just make that 67. Here's the PK Thunder chasing him down.
This is one of those moments where I feel like, because as knowledgeable and as much as he grinds, Cyber, we've seen, does kind of have a bit of a mentality issue sometimes. And after
a very emotional player.
Oh, yeah. Which is understandable.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like, I feel like you should be emotional about this game if you put in the time. But after that,
it's both a blessing and a curse, you know.
Also, that was a very unfortunate mispunish because he got the parry and set up for purple F smash, but the yo-yo contacted with the Pikmin. So very unfortunate. He's in a bit of a rough spot right now. Also, RIP.
Dash like
Sad
almost taking it already. ATATA only at 65 and has 3 stocks. This is. I'm not saying it's not undoable.
It's never undoable, but this is definitely a very, very rough spot for Cyber.
Yeah. And you could just see ATATA just using that momentum, knowing that he can set the pace and he can. You know, a lot of people when they have when they can set the pace, they want to sit back a little bit more. ATATA just pressures you. He makes you like panic over and over again. Yo-yo not finding a home.
Cyber looks like he's a little shaken, so. But, again, never count him out. It is so hard to commentate this matchup. You just get so focused.
That back hero not going to do it quite yet, but you see how close it is already. At 100, that fair is definitely going to take it, though.
Yeah.
3-1, ATATA favor. Not a bad showing from Cyber, but you could tell after that SD, you know, things just were not the same.
He was a bit out of it.